some more butt injections removed.
So Cardi B is getting mad over pics that were took of her while she was performing at Coachella and were posted on Getty, and she did not like it. And she actually requested and paid, I don't know who, to just remove these pics.
I was telling somebody the other day, like, yo, God really be having, when it comes to me, you know what I'm saying? God knows I'm one of his funny kids. So when it comes to me, God be having the weirdest sense of humor. Like, God really be having a sense of humor when it comes to me. You know what I'm saying? All right, y'all. So me and Ev, we per usual, you know, we really I really am a vampire. That's why I can't even really eat. You know what I noticed? That I can't really eat garlic like that. Like, garlic's supposed to be good for your stomach, but garlic be doing me bad. And you know, like, what I hate? I hate when I cook and I can still smell the garlic. It actually makes me nauseous. But I have come to an understanding that I'm really a vampire. I'm really a vampire. Oh, it's a so Brad. How is my nephew? I love him so bad. He's so cute.
And baby, the truth was not cute. Her body, especially from the back, was out there like a billboard, and fans weren't kind. Within hours, Cardi had those pics taken down, not requested paid to have them removed. That's Getty we're talking about. A whole professional platform that doesn't just yank content without a serious bag behind it. So now everybody's wondering, what was so bad that she had to cough up coins to erase it from the internet? And then came the twist. Cardi tried to say the pics were fake, that someone edited them. Girl, how? Getty don't do edits. These ain't fan cams, this is the real deal. Us with noise. You could feel the nervous energy through the screen. She kept saying she was still that girl, that people were just hating on a successful Latina, that she didn't care what anyone thought. But let's keep it 100. If you didn't care, you wouldn't be live at midnight trying to convince everybody that you're unbothered. Fans were watching like, yo, is this a live or a cry for help? Her voice was shaky, her face looked different again, and people started noticing the pattern. New face shape, skin tighter than last week. Jawline extra sharp. Every time she hops online, it's like she hit a refresh button on her whole face. And the more she talked, the more it felt like she wasn't talking to us. She was trying to convince herself. It didn't feel like confidence, it felt like panic in a glittery filter. The same fans who used to hype her up were now dropping comments like, "Girl, blink twice if you're spiraling." This wasn't hate, this was real concern, because people weren't seeing the Cardi that used to shut down a whole thread with one clapback. They were seeing someone lost in the sauce, trying too hard to prove she still had it when no one even asked her to. And here's where the mask really started slipping. People started piecing it all together, how every time things go left in her personal life, especially with Offset, Cardi runs straight to the surgeon instead of the studio. Breakup rumors heat up? Boom, new jawline. Offset goes ghost for a minute? Suddenly, she's popping out with a snatched waist and cheeks so tight they could reflect sunlight. Fans ain't dumb. They were watching her body transform faster than a TikTok filter. And it wasn't giving glow up anymore, it was giving identity crisis. At Coachella, this was supposed to be her big I'm back moment. But instead of people talking about her music, her performance, or her energy, the convo was stuck on one thing: what happened to Cardi B's body? And why is she trying so hard to distract from it? Even the outfit couldn't save her. It was holding on like it was stitched together with stress and desperation. The silhouette? All over the place. Hips looking like State Fair deep fryers. Nothing matched. It was like watching a Sims character glitch in real life. And while she was throwing out catchphrases and pretending she was still unbothered, her fans were quietly heartbroken, saying the real Cardi, one they loved for being raw, loud, and proud, felt like she'd vanished. Now she just looked like she was auditioning for approval instead of living her truth. And just when folks thought the drama was done, boom, the internet caught wind of the real chaos. It wasn't the look. It wasn't even the performance. It was the air. Yeah, the air around Cardi's VIP section at Coachella became the main character. People who were actually there started talking about how the vibe shifted fast when Cardi and her crew started twerking near the bar. One person said the air turned so thick it felt like breathing through steam. Another compared it to expired cheese mixed with body spray. Straight up said it felt like gym class after double PEE double P. The wild part? This wasn't just online trolls trying to go viral. These were eyewitness Israel people who were up close and personal. They weren't clowning her moves, they were worried about what was moving through the air. That's when folks really started digging into the whole BBL hygiene issue. People don't talk about it enough, but the bigger the BBL, the harder it is to keep it clean, especially if the aftercare ain't on point. And when you're out here doing the most, sweating in latex with open wounds or half-healed spots, it's a recipe for disaster. Suddenly, the viral clip wasn't about twerking, it was about the smell. And once Twitter starts spinning, you can't stop it. Her backside wasn't the only thing trending, so was the phrase BBL stank. Cardi didn't just break the internet, she fogged it up. After that, the whole situation hit a new level of messy. Cardi's fans, the real ones who've been with her since the Bodak Yellow days, started speaking up not with shade, but with real heartbreak. They weren't dragging her just to be mean. They were watching someone they looked up to slowly fall apart behind filters, surgery scars, and fake smiles. Every time she popped out, it was like a new version. New face, new body part, new vibe. But the spark? Gone. The energy she used to walk in with like nobody could touch her was replaced by this weird, shaky need to prove something. She used to be that Bronx baddie who would clap back so fast, the internet couldn't keep up. One comment from her would shut down a whole army of trolls. Now, her comebacks feel like reruns. It's like she's not even fighting haters anymore, she's arguing with herself. Fans were looking at her like, yo, where's the Cardi who didn't care what anyone thought? 'Cause now, it feels like she cares way too much. And, let's be real, the surgeries ain't even shocking no more. It's the fact that each new tweak makes her look less like Cardi and more like someone trying to copy the same Instagram face we see 1,000 times a day. People started wondering, is this still Cardi, or just the version she thinks we want to see? And that's when the conversation took a turn from jokes and memes to something way deeper. Fans started asking the real questions. When did Cardi stop loving the girl she used to be? The one who made it from the Bronx to the Billboard charts without needing to change a single thing. Now, it feels like she's stuck in this endless loop of body updates, trying to outdo the last version of herself like she's chasing some digital avatar that doesn't even exist in real life. It ain't just about a BBL anymore. It's about how deep the need for validation has gone.